Hey guys, welcome to another video. It's your boy, Burnable. Wait, no it isn't. Now it's your main G, the Doctor of Zombies, Dr. Zombie. Long story short, for a while I wasn't happy with my channel, and how it was working, so I decided to rebrand into the Call of Duty Zombies market, and become a Zombies YouTuber. So one of the main questions I thought you guys might have, other than why I'm using this voiceover, is why I did all this anyway. Like I said, I wasn't very happy with the channel, and let's face it, Burnable Games wasn't really a great channel name, so for the past week I was wanting to change, so I thought of names and this was the only one that I could think of. Another thing is, just because I am rebranding as I call it, it doesn't mean I'll delete all my other videos. I will leave them up. So, the other thing is obviously, where's my voice at? Other videos have it and I will do commentary in other videos, but for now, and this is a really bad excuse, but I couldn't be bothered to speak all these words. So, what does this mean for the channel, and future videos? I will not be an exclusive Zombies YouTuber, so I will release other gameplay, just not as regularly as I will do Zombies, and as for the Zombies content, I have ideas which I will release, hopefully in the coming weeks. So, as you can see from the gameplay in the background, it is of course Call of Duty Zombies, and as a kind of introduction to the channel, I thought I would rank all the Zombies games that are in Call of Duty, which means not just Treyarch Zombies, but also Infinite Warfare and World War II Zombies. I will be ranking these off of personal enjoyment, and also how the mechanics of the games work and if I like what changes were implemented, so this may be a different list to other YouTubers. So, to start with the bottom of the list, I decided to put Call of Duty World War II Zombies on there. Now frankly I enjoy all the Zombies games on this list, however this is the one I played the least. Now World War II Zombies has a good pitch, and that is bringing back the classic Nazi zombie idea from World at War. However this is from a different creator, meaning that their ideas are separate. World War II brought in a celebrity cast, including David Tennant, who I know from Doctor Who, and this is what ruined it for me, the fact that they picked some well-known celebrities to play characters in a story-based Zombies campaign. I believe the actors did well themselves, but the immersion was ruined. World War II brought in a notebook however, and this made my gameplay more Easter egg based, and I did manage to get to the boss fights in this game. The game itself brought good maps, and a tutorial for all those casual Zombies players, and I think that it was a good idea, because all Zombies players have to start somewhere, so World War II is a good game to start with. So, even though it is at the bottom of the list, it isn't the worst Zombies game to play. Next on the list, at number 7, I decided to put Advanced Warfare Zombies. Now some of you may wonder, why World War II is lower than this piece of garbage game, as many call it. This is because, I think it's better in its own way, as in it tried new things to the Zombies gameplay, such as the exosuits. Now Advanced Warfare does have its downsides and bad maps, such as Burger Town, but in the end, it does try new things, again like the futuristic weapons, and 3D printer, instead of a mystery box. As well as, the care packages that drop in the game. Now one thing I feel neutral about in Advanced Warfare, is the zombies that infect you and make you have to disinfect yourself. On one hand you do have a new challenge and upon playing for the first time, it may be a surprise when it happens, but that's also what makes it bad, you have to know what to do otherwise you risk dying. So as well as World War II, Advanced Warfare has its flaws, but they don't mean it's a bad map, but I do think it deserves to be where it is. I enjoyed it. But there are better Call of Duty zombie games to play. Up at 6, which on the tier list I have on one of these tabs over the internet, is classed as average is Infinite Warfare. Just like Advanced Warfare, it's higher than the other two because it tried new things, meaning that it was good in its own way. For starters, all the Zombies maps were cool. The launch map Zombies and Spaceland has one of the best soundtracks in the game. Mainly because it has actual songs, but it also is in a theme park, which is cool as fuck. Who wouldn't want to fight zombies while riding a roller coaster? The other maps were also cool in their own way, because they each came from a different genre, but also because they brought something new to zombies. Rave in the Redwoods brought melee weapons. Now I know they've been in previous games, but in Rave in the Redwoods, you could go a whole game without a gun. Granted, you may not last long, but it was still cool. Eventually as well, by the time all the DLCs had released, they brought in a boss fight mode, where you didn't have to do the Easter eggs to fight the bosses, which when I was first playing the game, I wasn't into Easter eggs and I thought it was really cool. So that's why it's at number 6, because it adds a lot to zombies. However, it isn't as good as the ones still to come. Now at 5, it's one of the most hated Treyarch Zombies games, Black Ops 4, which, spoiler alert, is also the background footage for this video. Now I can see why people hate the game, and personally it is one of the worst Treyarch games, but I think it also changed how zombies play. I've been playing it recently, and the updates that have been brought to the game post-launch, such as the gauntlets, have improved how fun the game actually is. At launch, the game's UI was new to everyone, but Treyarch did add in difficulties and more weapons to choose from when you spawn in. This meant that it made the game easier as you leveled up, which some people may not have liked. The maps that came with the release were mediocre. Voyage of Despair was a cool concept executed poorly. It had so much potential, yet it flopped. Some good things about it was the Wonder Weapon, and just being on the Titanic was amazing in the first place. 9 was another map on launch, and I think it is one of the best maps to come out of the game. It was so innovative at the time, and did bring in some new ideas. It also managed to keep with the theme of a gladiatorial arena, and made changes around the theme. Story-wise, those two were chaos maps, and that was a whole new storyline to follow, when there was already a fair few. Blood of the Dead was another good map, yet it was executed poorly. They took Mob of the Dead, a great map to play, and expanded it to the point where it was too complicated, especially the Easter egg, which included Morse code. In fact, all the Easter eggs severely increased in difficulty, meaning that a simple 15-minute video turned into a 45-minute video. Black Ops 4, in my opinion, is underrated, but also it does deserve the hate. I think it is better than the others below it, but it also can be improved. At number 4, it's the original Zombies game, World at War. Now imagine this, it's 2008, and you just finished the around 5 to 6 hour campaign in the game, then it fades to black, and reappears with a blurred screen, slowly unblurring to reveal a crashed plane and a zombie running at you, to then have Nazi zombies written in blood. Personally, I wasn't playing Call of Duty then, but I remember when I did complete the campaign to see that, a couple years after launch, what followed after that cutscene was the start to a successful franchise. The map Nach der Toten was incredibly bare, with no perks or anything, except zombies and wall-buys. World at War came with the scariest zombie maps to this day, which was Nacht and Frucht. Nostalgia may have gotten the best of me here, but I remember playing these maps for the first time and be in awe at how good it was to play these. Playing this game again really did make an immersive experience. All the sounds were realistic and was so satisfying to hear compared to recent zombie games. World at War will definitely go down in history, as it comes in my number 4 spot on this list. In number 3, it is the original Black Ops. This was my first zombies game, and I played this more than any other game mode in Black Ops 1. In fairness, Black Ops 1 was my first Call of Duty 2. But the reason why I ranked it this high was because of the same reasons as World at War, but Treyarch built on that success and made it better, starting off with Kino der Toten, also translated as Theater of the Dead. This map was brilliant. You start in the main lobby of the theater, and the starting room has an upstairs, and plenty of room to train. The wall buys for this game were also iconic, them being the M14 and the Olympia. These guns were both good in their own ways, the M14 being good for ammo and accuracy, whereas the Olympia being good for damage and hordes. Kino also introduced the Nova Crawlers, which came after turning on the power. the power also opening the massive theater space where most trainers use for the game. This theater also held Juggernog, and a teleporter where you could teleport into the film reel room, and Pack-a-Punch your guns. This was the second time that Pack-a-Punch was in Zombies, the first being World at War's Der Riese. Black Ops 1 also brought in new weapons such as the Thunder Gun. This was the most damaging weapon to arrive in Zombies, even more powerful than the ray gun introduced before. Black Ops 1 Zombies opened up so much new options to the developers, and it is one of the best zombie games ever. We're now down to the final 2 games on the list, and obviously if you know them, then maybe you'll guess this next one. For number 2, it's gonna be Black Ops 2. This game is great, and I love playing it when I need something to play. All the mechanics are brilliant in the game, and it does run smoothly sometimes. The soundtrack and design of the levels are good, and I know that everybody hates Transit and Die Rise. However, past all their flaws, I believe that they are good maps, just with some fatal errors, Transit's being that it ended up being too advanced for the consoles it released on, that is why they added the fog, and Die Rise being too vertical for people's liking. All the Zombies maps on this game brought something to the Zombies table, and even now people still use those ideas in modded maps. The other 3 maps in Black Ops 2, being Mob of the Dead, Buried, and Origins, are the greatest maps on BO2 without needing an explanation, but this is a ranking, so I will explain. Mod brings in a new system which helps the player and also innovates how the maps plays, and that being the Afterlife system replacing Quick Revive. This system brought a new approach to how the map opened up. Instead of using regular power, it also introduced the Blunder Gat, which was upgradable in 2 ways, Pack-a-Punch and the Acid Gat. However, if you Pack-a-Punch the Acid Gat, you get the Vitriolic Withering, which works as a better monkey bomb. Buried has the same kind of reason, with Vulture Aid. Vulture Aid works by when you kill zombies, they can either drop points, ammo or a mist which hides you from zombies. Also Buried has Leroy. He is like Afterlife, in which he gives you ways to open up the map rather than just them opening with the power. He is also useful in keeping the box in one place, and holding a crawler. Origins is one of the most rated maps in Zombies history, the reason being because of the story, and the 4 staffs, each being powerful in their own way. BO2 is perfect. Black Ops 3. I think it is the greatest Zombies game as of when this video was made. Like with World at War and Black Ops 1, they took Black Ops 2, saw what people loved about it, and then made everything better. Since Black Ops 3 was on the next-gen consoles when it released, it was always going to be a massive upgrade. However, Treyarch outdid themselves and brought a masterpiece into the fight. Shadows of Evil was a perfect launch map, and they made the crew in that map just as detailed as the Ether crew we saw most of in the other games. The map had a high standard to set, as it had to introduce gobblegums, which helped the game become from hard to easy with their activation. As Black Ops 3 aged, all the maps are still so much fun to play, also because you could then customize your guns to your liking, as you level them up in game, like with multiplayer. Every map released in Zombies on BO3 had their own perfection, and were relevant to the story that had been unraveling since World at War. Then to further improve the game, Treyarch added Zombie Chronicles, which remastered 8 maps from the other zombie games, them being Nacht, Frucht, Shinonuma, Kino, Ascension, Shangri-La, Moon, and Origins, and modernized them for Black Ops 3, which meant they had the Gobblegum machines, and for most of them, they also added Wonder Fizz machines, which gave random perks for maps that didn't have the ones from Black Ops 3. Talking about perks, Black Ops 3 also introduced Widow's Wine, which was a spider-like perk, which meant whenever you got hit, zombies in the area got entangled in webs and died if they were low on health. Everything about Black Ops 3 is amazing, and I love this game, and it deserves this #1 spot. Now that I have given my opinion on every Zombies game so far, it's time to end the commentary. If you stuck around for this long, then thank you, and if you can, please hit the like button and subscribe. I know this voiceover is annoying, so I will commentate with my own voice in future videos. But once again, thank you for watching this video, and if you have any questions about the channel or comments about your favorite zombies game, then leave them in the comments. If I get enough questions, I will do a Q&A about them. For now, this is goodbye, and I will see you in the next video, which again, will hopefully be in the coming days or weeks, so turn on notifications if you would like to see it. This is the Doctor, over and out.